As we're all still dealing with the aftermath of Katt Williams' explosive interview with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay podcast, some of the comedians that were mentioned during the nearly 3-hour conversation have responded via social media.
You make it look so easy, remember? They're doing nothing.
Well, when you
You're just talking, aren't you?
But see, when you get a guy like Katt Williams, then...
So hold on, let's talk. I want to get into that.
3 things are true about me. I am 5'3", I have never told a lie, and I am 6'3". Look, Hollywood created Kevin Hart.
I remember when I did Cam, I remember getting up and I turned back and I look at my Katt, and I look at my producer and he's shaking his head. I'm like, oh man, we done messed up.
Shannon Sharpe's way to making a stable presence in the entertainment industry hasn't been easy, but he's managed to stabilize himself with the popular Club Shay Shay that has featured guests like Steve Harvey. But his big break seemed to have come with his viral Katt Williams interview, except now it looks like Katt is threatening him to reveal all the industry's secrets and kill his career with it. So what's going on, and why do people think that Shannon Sharpe is being threatened by Katt Williams? Let's start with a backstory and how Shannon's career was going before he started Club Shay Shay. While he retired from the NFL with a pretty illustrious career, he had to decide what he was going to do next. And like a lot of other sports stars, he started coming on TV, and his first show was when he joined Skip Bayless on Undisputed, a show on Fox Sports. It seemed to be going pretty well until a few things happened. Things escalated when he made some comments about Tom Brady and how he no longer played well, and later Skip made some remarks that made Shannon feel disrespected. He made a graceful exit from Undisputed after 7 whole years on the show. He's always spoken well of his team there. He did say he felt disrespected by his co-host. One of the times tension was highest was when Shannon said Brady wasn't playing at his best, and Skip said that he was, still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35, that's the point. Despite Shannon calling out the disrespect, Skip still continued that Brady was way better than you were, way better. Obviously, Shannon wasn't happy about that.
If somebody else had said what Skip said, I wouldn't have batted an eye. But we're supposed to be teammates.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's what hurt me more than anything. My teammate, that's what he thought of me. It's kind of like when somebody else says something like, nothing gets you more upset than when your boys hit
or
you
somebody who really, you said 4 names. I can't really, I know one of them was Sterling Sharpe.
Yeah, like my homeboy, and I know, like, we and my homeboys, we joke a lot, but I know where not to go.
It's to a degree.
Yes, you can joke, but let's not go there. Let's not play in that area.
Right.
And so I was like, and at that point in time, now here's the guy that I had stood up for Skip. When guys come on and try to take shots at Skip, I was there, I stood up. Nah, bro, this is not your show. This is Skip and Shannon. This ain't you. You're not gonna take no shots. We're not gonna do that, so forth and so on. And in that moment, to think that because I said Tom Brady wasn't playing well, and he wasn't playing well.
And that wasn't the first issue between them, because they almost had another argument as well, just 2 months after that.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up
No,
this.
I was just going to say, Skip, I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where DeMar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanations, so clearly somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Shannon later admitted that he was fired from the show, and fans were furious because that could put a stop to his entire career and have his years of hard work go to waste.
I was going to ask you about that because I wasn't worried about no damn references. I was like, I wanted to know how shocked were you that, that I went public and I said I wanted the Shannon Sharpe.
I was shocked. I'm like, hold on. On God's honest truth. I was shocked. I'm like, well, damn. I mean, the door just closed behind me. And here is somebody on a platform, the number one, he's the biggest in morning television. There's no one bigger than Stephen A. Smith. And he's saying that he wants a guy that just let go. A lot of times when people get let go, people automatically think they're damaged goods. He did something. So you were saying, hey, nah, I want that brother. I know that brother. I know that brother's background. And there are too many people that have vouched for him to let me know the type of person that he is. And I'm willing to put Stephen A. Smith on the line.
He later went on to do a show with Stephen A. Smith, but it wasn't until Club Shay Shay that he pulled all the stops. He started by inviting guests among celebrities that he was close to, essentially asking them for a favor by attending his show. He also started Nightcap, a podcast with fellow former NFL player Chad Ochocinco Johnson at the same time. So when Katt Williams came onto his show and talked about how he appreciated Shannon for building a safe place for truth to be told, he probably felt good about it. Williams said that made Shannon almost afraid of the storm that was to come. Shannon talked about the incident on his Nightcap podcast, saying that Katt told him that people were going to turn on him, even those who were close to him and had known him for years.
Y'all, I'm back with another one. And up next, we got Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharpe. He reveals Katt Williams warned him about the hate that'll come from the comedians. Check him out.
What I'm starting to see, Ocho, you remember Katt said it. He said, Shannon, he said, this is going to put you in a new realm. This is going to put you in a new stratosphere. He also told me when I got outside, and Jordan can attest to this, he said, they're going to come. He said, they're going to come. He said, because the people that I talked about, they have supporters, and they're going to come for you. I just want you to know. He says, I want you to be prepared. And he said, it's going to some of them going to be people that you thought you were cool with. But you thought they were cool with you, but they're cooler with the people that I said what I said about.
And Shannon soon found out that Katt was right, because people who had previously expressed excitement to be on his show started cancelling on him. The issue escalated to a point where the internet thought that the industry might try to blackball Shannon.
Shannon Sharpe says after Katt Williams, guests won't come on his show.
He said, now they're going to come for you. I said, can't come for me for what? I didn't say anything. He said, they're going to come. And they're going to say a lot of different things. And they're going to be some people that you thought you might be able to get that they're not going to come now. And that's absolutely has happened. That's absolutely has happened. They were so excited. Thanks for reaching out. We can't wait to sit down. And a day later, they can't do it. No call. They won't follow. So for the song. You know, I had Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey did 8 million views. I had Coach Prime. I've had a lot of comedians. Right. And some of the comedians had taken shots at other comedians, but nothing like this. I didn't expect the vitriol. When you play sports, you understand that Atlanta fans, even though you're from Atlanta, they're gonna have a little resentment towards you because you beating their team. I got that. But in this situation, I can honestly say I did not expect the level of vitriol.
Obviously, a lot of people also came for Katt himself. He made a big deal about black comedians wearing dresses and acting feminine for their skits, but people pointed out that he wasn't exactly exempt from that either.
And is wearing long ass pink hair like the city girl. That ain't happening, bro. No man is gonna choose to wear the city girl weave all down your back. That's just not gonna happen. So when you telling me that you the only one that ain't done nothing and it's everybody else, I think you a liar. I think you lying. Because this right here is a no-go for a straight man. I'm just saying, maybe you're not gay, but he gay-ish. How about that? You know, that's just kind of how I feel about it. Look at this. Look at this picture, yo. This is not a man that's just straight. There's a lot that's to be said here.
Still, it looks like nothing can stop Katt Williams. He isn't even afraid of being blackballed again.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. You know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is? Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. But I'm not scared of being the competition. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. All of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency. I told him no, what y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian, but in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I'm not taking the shortcuts. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about.
And the thing is, Shannon said that the world didn't even get to hear all of what Katt had to say.
I'm hoping for 10 million.
Yeah.
That's all. Cam, if I get 10 million, I'm like, that's a pretty good interview.
Yeah.
Think about how few people that's in this space that interview people that don't get 10 million.
For sure.
So if I get 10 million, that's one of the biggest podcasts. Now, that's not Joe Rogan's numbers, but that's pretty good for an up-and-coming podcast. Right. So I felt good. Man. But here's the thing I tell people, if I'd have had Katt mic'd up from the time he got out of the truck until the time he sat down, it'd have done 100 million. Oh, he was on it.
Cam Newton pointed out that Katt Williams arrived on the scene with actual receipts of everything that had happened over the years, so no one could call him a liar.
Monique, when you go down the list of Steve Harvey, like these are big deals in the entertainment space. Of course it's gonna come with, I would appreciate it if we're not talking about blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, one thing that I do respect about Katt, he came with a lot of receipts.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as if I'm looking at an iPad to keep me on track. Man, his mental focus throughout the whole thing was so admirable because I'm like, yo, no, you said this about this person or that person said that. And
he had studied every Katt. He had studied every interview that I had done, conversation I had, he had studied. Because a lot of things that we didn't mention on the show, he was talking about it. But if you notice, he was like, he was doing this, he did this a lot. So his recall, everybody, everything that somebody had said, that he had a question, it didn't happen like that. Because I asked Sayed, I said, Katt once accused you of stealing a joke. Sayed said, I didn't steal the joke because the timeline doesn't match up. And I think he said something to the effect, if you look at how his joke ended, how mine ended. Katt came back, he refuted that.
Finally, Shannon said that no matter what happens, he wanted credibility in the industry.
I want credibility. I want people to be able to share their story without me interrupting. I think sometimes people in our position that do what you and I do, they want to hear their voice instead of the guest. Well, I can go home and hear myself talk if I wanted to, if that's what I wanted to hear. I think for the most part that people tune in to watch my pod because they want to hear what the guests have to say. I let the guests speak.
So, do you think Shannon Sharpe will reach new heights despite pushing back against the industry? Or will the likes of Oprah and Steve Harvey now look to silence him? Only time will tell. That's it for now. Don't forget to tell us what you think in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.